and then the pool retrocedes $500,000 to me, do I have $1.5 million of premium? That is $1 million direct and $500,000 retroceded. I don't think I do, but
No, because like I said, it's the greater of direct written or net written.
Yeah.
And so yours net would still be back to $1 million.
Yeah.
You got another question, Stan?
Well, I'm not sure I fully understand that. To me, I'm in one case, I'm writing a direct policy. Forget pooling for a second. I'm writing healthcare. Okay. So I don't have a distribution issue, but I'm writing it on a direct basis, and I've got a carrier who's going to take the back end of the risk for a premium. Is that the net of what I pay out in reinsurance? Can't exceed $1 million too?
The direct cannot exceed $1 million too.
Right.
Your direct, even though you're going to reinsure a piece out the back, if your direct is greater than 1.2, you're done.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's right. That's direct written premium.
And Chaz, on the taxable piece of it, what about capital gains?
I think they are
investments.
Investments.
So not just investment income, but the
Golly, you're not paying any tax on any of your underwriting income, and you're trying to now grab. I mean, you probably
bulls and bears.
He's acting like I own a captive.
Slaughtered.
No, a captive owner asked me that if the capital gains that was included.
That would be included investment in your investment earnings.
I think that's right.
If you had a building somehow and you were collecting rents or royalties, all investment income.
Okay. So people. 4:31. We're done.
Officially.
Anybody got any questions?
Unofficially, you got another hour and a half.
Paul Newton.
Just a clarification on that, the greater of direct or net.
Net risk.
Okay.
Now, what about if your captive is, you have a front, you're assuming it, and then you're seeding out information, or seeding out the risk.
What are you going to report as your net on that?
Net retained is what you. If it's reinsurance, then it's your net retained.
Correct, because you're not writing anything direct at that point in time.
I just want to clarify. Okay.
So the question is, I got $2 million of premium. Can I set up two captives? And there are two rules you got to watch. If the same 5 or fewer people own at least 50% of both captives, then it doesn't work. And in determining how much a shareholder owns, you have to take into account, they sometimes have to take into account the ownership of relatives. So if it's the same person, obviously, they own, that doesn't work. Here, A is in both, B and C and D and E are different. And so you try to figure out whether there's an overlap between these. And in computing how much you own in Captive 1 and Captive 2, you determine what is the least amount that is common. So if you own 80% of Captive 1 and 60% of Captive 2, then A owns 60% of both of them, which would mean it didn't qualify. If A owned 80% of 1 and 40% of Captive